Retreat as a Sabbath time, a change of place, of pace, and of focus. I often envy the Jewish people who are mandated to take a day off every week, to stop their normal activities, to rest, and to turn their attention to their soul and to their God. Like the land, every 7 years, they let their soul lie fallow every 7 days. In our busy, multitasked, frenetic pace of life, what is urgent becomes what is important, and the really important gets put on the back burner. Going on retreat, even for a day or a weekend, but more so for 8 days, offers space, solitude, and silence so that we can get back in touch with what is most important in our life. The stars are always in the firmament, but because of the many lesser lights that surround us, it's very rare that we see them in their full glory. Going on retreat is time to dim the lesser lights so that the important things can come into sharp focus. If we have a glass of water with silt in it, there is only one way to get it clear, and that's by leaving it still. I made my retreat a couple of years ago at this place in Connecticut called Ender's Island, and there's a causeway that leads to the island, and I noticed one day that the water on the exposed side of the causeway was very, very choppy and very opaque. And the same body of water on the protected side of the causeway was absolutely still. And I could see every stone, every piece of seaweed, and every fish. Silence and stillness bring clarity. And how rare it is to find silence today. In the retreat house, at least this one, it seems like we're talking about this one. In most retreat houses, for the guests, there are no TVs, no radios, no cell phones, no iPods, no computers, and no conversation, except for with the retreat director. Music is played during the silent meals. A friend of mine once brought me back to Eastern Point after we had visited, and she said, "Gail, this place is quieter than my house, and I live alone." I have to say, I was at a guest house of a retreat center for Holy Week last week. It was the guest house, and the walls were very thin, and there were ongoing conversations. And I realized, again, what a gift it is to others our silence is. Many of us pray by talking to God. Silence gives us an opportunity to listen to what God wants to say to us.